NBA Finals, Game 2. This series is tied. I'm heading to this side of the studio. Chat with Jack Armstrong and Jevohn Shepherd. They're our NBA analysts. Guys, what do you think of the finals so far?
Love it.
Yeah? Enjoying it?
Yeah.
Fast-paced, up and down, Jacko.
Okay. Okay, I like that. And Shai, our guy, was much better in Game 2. Much better. Not just scoring, but distributing the ball as well. Got his teammates involved a bit more in this one.
He got support, too. Holmgren and Williams, Jalen Williams, were much better in the game. I thought he did a great job finding people in terms of using the high screen and roll, getting downhill, and making that extra pass. I don't think the ball stuck as much tonight. There was a lot more flow, Jevohn.
Yeah, to your point, Jack, I thought he was a bit more poised, and he was far more patient in Game 2 here. And they did a good job. Mark Dagno did a good job of getting him some of those mid-post looks where he took advantage of his size, of his height. You can see a double team coming here. The ball swings around the horn. And now you have OKC playing 4-on-3 against Indies D. So, he was much better. His 34 points were on 21 shots, so he was far more efficient. But you get to see plays like this, right? Seeing the play develop, the hockey assist, kicking out the basketball. And to your point, when everybody's confident shooting, when everybody's confident touching the basketball, they give you more on both ends.
I want to talk about the defense. It's interesting. We talked after Game 1 about all the turnovers that Indiana was forced into in that first half of Game 1, even though they ended up winning the game. Defensively, though, OKC was better in this one, just in terms of a better defensive effort, in terms of limiting shooting for the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, no, I thought they did a really good job. I mean, Indiana had 18 threes in Game 1. They really limited them in a lot of contested shots, did a better job overall. I thought they were just fundamentally sound, contain, contest, got into people. They played their two bigs together a little bit more, which I think made them stronger on the back end defensively in terms of lane protection as well as defensive rebound.
Well, what I thought was impressive is that all year they've turned teams over. They're scrappy, they're double teaming. In Game 2, they did a much better job of just guarding their yard, right? Keeping the offense in front of them. Not as much double teams, not as much gambles, not as much scrappy play, but far more fundamentally disciplined and sound. And they held Indiana to a low three-point percentage. So I think just that brand of basketball was important for them. The adjustment they made going into Game 2.
Usually, in any playoff series, if the road team gets a split in the first two games, they should probably feel better about themselves. Do you guys necessarily agree with that, though, based on the fact that OKC now seems to have some momentum after Game 2?
I like where Indiana is right now. I think they got their win, and now you go home. You have home court advantage. Tremendous atmosphere there. And I just think I'm looking at everyone's saying, well, Oklahoma City, they're going to blow them out. They're going to sweep them, or it's going to be 5. The eye test, I think Indiana can hang with them. Not only hang with them, make this a legitimate series.
So, yeah, and I like it for OKC, right, because they tasted defeat already in the series. They got their wake-up call, but there's a different type of confidence now that you've learned from a loss and going into, this win off of Game 2 and going into Game 3. So for me, it's the learning and also seeing what you've learned and applied it, adapting, and coming out with a victory. So I got to go OKC.
Okay. This is a fun series so far. I'm having a good time watching it. And Game 3 will be Wednesday night in Indiana. The Pacers hosting an NBA Finals game for the first time since the year 2000. Thanks, guys.